Hello all, I am Vikrant Athavle and we are continuing from the material cost, the previous video. So I just forgot to mention it in the earlier video, all the cost is working on the gross and not on the net. So the costing what you see 211.89 is on the gross cost what is going in the product manufacturing. So now let us start with the setup. So, so very soon you start with the setup. This setup, all the machinery will be coming from the database where you have stored all the machinery. Just shows little written machinery. This list will only get populated in the setup. Nothing apart from that is going to come. So let us start adding into the setup. So I have the band saw which I already put in. The rate per hour is there, efficiency is there, process markup is there, setup time in hours, load unload time, whatever it is, exactly you are going to take it. So setup time, depending on the kind of operations what you have, you could add in. It is 0.5. Load unload, since it's an automated bandsaw, I will keep maximum is 30 seconds or something like this. It is again 0.5. So I can click over here, check results. It gives me the effective rate, or I can just save and close it. Now, if you see over here, effective rate is nothing but it is the efficiency and the markup. If you have gone through the previous slides, you will understand how it is going to come. So if I say over here 0 and here 100, check results, yeah, 450, 85, right. Save and close. The setup has started building over here. Then next we will add is a lathe. It's 31. I'll just go here, turning. I have one lathe over here. All the details have been populated. How much is the setup time? Maybe say 1 hour. Load unload time is 15 seconds. 0.25. If there is any fixture or tooling specifically required for this execution, you could add in over here. So absolutely nothing has been required, so no amortization is to be done. Limit RPM. If you would like to limit the RPM, you could put it over here itself, 3000. It will limit it during the time of operations. Then safe distance. If you would like to put it over here, put it over here. Or if you don't put it, it will not allow you to move ahead. Check results. So this is how you are going to build the whole this thing. If you have any changes to be made, go over here, make the changes. Like to add over here. Right? So this is how you are going to build an operation by operation. I will add is one more milling setup so that we could enter into operations much more faster. You give a relevant name to all these things. So this is the complete milling setup. My setup time 0.5, load, unload, maybe 0.2. If I require the fixture, this time I will add the fixture for 15,000 rupees. Amortization I would like to do is on this batch itself. I can say 100. Just have a look out over here. Chargeable unit, or it's not chargeable unit. Effective cost, fixed cost, fixed cost. You see over here, 15441. Now, if I reduce this to 50%, 79, 7,900. So, if this is a batch manufacturing which you are going to continue for the total year, and you expect to recover the tooling cost or the fixturing cost in the whole year, then you can put over here is 9%. 9 12s are 108, so your interest and all this thing can be covered. You can say check results, and this is 1791 that will come per month, the fixturing cost which will be incurred. So how you are going to split the fixturing cost, it's completely on you. So I say save and close. Now my setups are ready. So let us start with building operation by operation. I'll put it in blank. So in bandsaw, there is absolutely nothing. You have to mention the per square inch cutting rate and what is the bundle that you are going to cut, right? So at 4 square inch, let us see area. 4 square inch is equal to square millimeters, 2580. What is the width of the bundle? You have to mention the total width of the bundle. So let us put as 300. Height is also 300. And my number of pieces in that bundle, if it is, you have to count it. If it is say 8, 12, 13, 14, 13. 13 cannot be, it will be either 14 or 16. 14. Now I can say calculate. This is the cut time what you will get. Save operation and close. It has started building the list. Then let us start building some operations using lathe. As I click on operation, sample 1. So these are the operations what we are covering in a lathe. You can do is bar feeding, burnishing outer, counter 02, 03, drilling, facing, grooving and all this thing. As soon as you select something, it will automatically change the final requirement. If I say straight turning outer, my major dia, minimum dia, turning length. So this is the thing which I require. If I go and say taper, this is what you require. Minimum dia, maximum dia, length. If I go and if I say maybe growing on face, what is the PCD? What is the width of the groove? And what is the depth of the groove? Then which each and every operation that you select, if there is a toolpath strategy, it will tell you in toolpath strategy. For simple example, in grooving, you can do grooving by turning processes or plunging process. We'll come to this very soon also. Now, if I go to say, let us outer, I can do it by facing cycle G71 or G72, that is turning cycles. So we will just have a look at this. Again, I'll first select everything. Whether I'm going to do the complete operation in a single tool or two tools. If I'm going to use these two tools, I can use these two tools. Whether I'm going to use a G96, that is constant surface feed, on or off, I'm going to keep it off at the moment. Now, since you have selected two tools, what is the finishing allowance that you would like to keep? I will put it 0.5 and 0.5. Now, next comes to the selection of the toolings. If you could recall, in the setup, we had restricted that limit RPM 3000, so it was 3000. You are given the safe distance 1, 1. It is pulled from there. You see this? So this is how we would eliminate making any mistakes during estimation. So if you have any tooling already been entered over here, you could check from this. So I don't see any tooling which is over here. So let us add is one tool, metric, tool name turn face. Metal category I will put as free measuring steel. I will not limit it to any grade. I will directly go with, it is asking me whether I would like to limit it to grade. No, don't add any grade. Coated carbide, tool type, it is a turning tool. I will add details of this tool. If any comments are there, you could mention the comments. It is asking whether I would like to add the new tool. I say do not add. So now we have is one tool which has been added. I say select tool. The data is populated over here. Again, I go over here, select tool. Data has come over here. So in finishing, I would like to reduce it to 0.1 and depth of cut remaining at 1. So this one will not make a difference because it's just 1 at both ends. One of the option which we had actually removed out and have included again is this foreman. You see over here? If you click on this, it will give you power requirements for all this thing. So metal group is free machining steel. Metal grade is 1121, 121. Metal hardness, you could select whatever the hardness is there. The power constant had directly come because this is coming from a database. I say turning. What are the turning conditions? Rough turning. Speed. Surface speed is 230. 0.15. Depth of cut is 2 mm. So calculate power requirement 2.43. So it's easily possible to take this depth of cut. So you could evaluate it over here if you need to. Right. So now the setup is in such a way you are using two tools. Your G96 is off, means you are in G97 mode. And let us add is this data, maybe it is 80. I think we have put its diameter is 50. 50, we are turning it down to 30 across the length of say 50 mm. So all the details are been put in over here. Just have a look. This is on G97 mode and turning cycle is with facing G71. So I say calculate. Okay, 0.5. So this is my total time, what it is going to take for me. Now, if you look very carefully, the things which are being working is because it's safe distance, which most of the time most estimator fail to consider it. You see the cut length 325, 127, right? So now let us take this to 0, 0. Calculate operation 75. So this is how it impacts your total working. Now this is in a facing cycle. You probably you could judge it much better on turning cycle. Just a moment. Turning cycle. Let us go back to 1 1. Cut length is 345 because you are cutting it from 50 to 30. The 20 mm you are removing at 2 mm depth of cut. So this will be minimum 5 cuts. Sorry, 50 minus 30. Just a moment. Divided by 2. So it is 5 depth of cut. So your total time is 2.08 with G96 off. If we put on G96 in on, calculate operation. This is the time you want to come. Now one more thing, since we have checked with this foreman, you don't have the power restriction. So can we increase the depth of cut in facing mode Once the calculation is done, and if you would like to change something, it asks you whether you would like to continue. So I say yes. I go to facing mode. I increase the depth of cut to 4, right? And G96 on, calculate 1.6. So this is how you are going to work across with the setup selections, and this will give you the right methodology working. So I've switched back to turning. I go back to tool. I say calculate operation. And now after doing all this thing, I'm going to say save operation and close. So this operations are being saved over here. Sample rough, sample finish. Now similarly, let us have a look at grooving cycles. So I added one more operation. Groove. I see grooving on the OD. Let us start with turning on, off, that you have to select. We don't have the grooving tool. You just checked it. Do we have it? We have one groove. So the grooving tool is over here. Now what is the start dia? Start dia it is supposed to be 50. What is the groove width? 6 mm. Depth of the groove 3 mm. Number of grooves 1. So turning, since you have the option of doing that in turning, because the width of the tool is 3 and total depth what you need of the groove is 6. I say calculate. No, sorry. Tool width is 3. So this total time 0.35 seconds. Now if we move to plunge cycles 0.19. If you go by standard set RPM, that is G97, calculate, doesn't make much of a difference because you are moving just by from 50 to 47. So it will not make much of a difference on the diameter. So again, we save operation, the grooving is being settled over here. So likewise, you could keep on adding operation the way you want it. So whatever operations are needed are being put over here. If there are some specific operations, you could inform us. We might incorporate it. It's not a big deal. Similarly, we will go to milling. These are the operations what we are covering it in milling. So let us do something like face milling. So you are just facing the whole stuff. Again, the strategies what you could use are over here. So let us go through this also, straight conventional. At the moment, it will work similarly for both the design. So let us try that. We use the same tool. Similarly, this also we bring the same. Just in case if the same tool you would like to remove the tool change time, you could click it over here and it will not calculate the tool cut time. I mean tool change time. So over here I will reduce it to 100 as overlap. And let's say 100 by 50. Depth to be removed is 3 mm. We are going to remove it. Z clearance is not necessary. So we move ahead with that. 0.5 is the finishing allowance since we are using is two tools. So this is the cut length what it will come across for this. Now you will have to look it very carefully. As the overlap decreases, your cut length will increase. Got it? Suppose if I take as a 50 dia and if I say calculate 918. say 20, put it back to 100. Now your total operations are happening in such a way it will start 1 mm outside from this face. Suppose if you are going convention like this, then 1 mm outside plus the diameter of the tool, and you will pass completely out from here 1 mm out plus the total tool out. So it will move in this direction. For 100 by 50, it will be this direction. So this is how you build up the whole working, and you can keep on doing these things. So save operation and close. It has started building up. So in next video, we will cover is mainly the G02 and G03, because that is the only thing which is critical to understand. Rest of the things are very easy. It is just entering the data. So G03 and G02, this we will cover it in next video. So at the moment, we are almost covering the setup and operations. If there are any difficulties, you can get in touch with. So thank you. Do keep watching the video because we'll be covering the complete operations altogether with that G02 and G03. Thank you.